Most people think productivity is something you use only at work. But what if the real power of productivity shows up when you bring it into your marriage, your health, your family time, and your daily life? I used to keep the two worlds separate until I realized that simple, grace-filled systems could support my entire life, not just my job. Hey friends, welcome back to the Mr. Productivity Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Struczewski, and most people think productivity is something you use only at work. Calendars, task lists, and crushing goals during business hours. But here's the truth I've learned after over 15 years of coaching others and living it myself. Real productivity is about living intentionally across every area of your life, not just your job. That's a brain tattoo. Let me say it again. Real productivity is about living intentionally across every area of your life, not just your job. I used to keep my, quote, productivity tools in one box and my personal life in another. That separation created stress, guilt, and an imbalance. Today, I'm sharing real stories from my life, including coaching my wife, Michelle, plus practical ways you can apply simple productivity principles to your whole life without turning everything into a spreadsheet or feeling guilty. If you've ever felt like productivity stops at 5 p.m. or that applying it to family and personal life feels wrong, this episode is for you. So let's dive in. Chapter 1, why people keep productivity only for work. We've been conditioned to think productivity equals hustle at the office. Get more done, check more boxes, climb the ladder. But what about the rest of life? Your health, your marriage, your family time, your rest, your joy. These matter too. When we leave productivity at the office door, we end up burnt out at work and scattered at home. I made that mistake for years. I had systems for clients and business, but at home, I was winging it. The result? Imbalance, guilt, and less energy for the people who matter most. Chapter 2, personal stories, what this looks like in my life. One of my best and hardest examples is coaching my own wife. Michelle is who I lovingly call Mrs. Anti-Productivity. While I geek out over systems and routines, she values downtime and flexibility. After she was furloughed from her travel agent job back in 2020, I tried to help her build a schedule. Some days it worked beautifully, other days, not so much. I quickly learned that nagging doesn't work. Now, you women listening, I see you nodding your heads. What does work is patience and encouragement. When she has a strong day, I celebrate it. When she has an off day, I keep my mouth shut and give her grace. Okay, that's a work in progress, but I wanted to put it out there just the same. Michelle once told me some days are better than others. It's hard to help my hubby understand changing my mindset isn't easy or formulaic. I wish it were. Motivation pills aren't a thing. By the way, you can tell that's a direct quote from my wife because I would never use the word formulaic. The experience of coaching my wife taught me that productivity principles should serve your relationships, not strain them. Again, they should serve your relationships rather than strain them. At 60, I feel like I'm in my low 40s because I've brought productivity into my personal life too. I've run at least 1 mile every day since August 29th, 2017. Yes, in August of 2026, I will reach 9 years. I do cold showers, grounding while squatting outdoors, and the coldest I've ever squatted was 17 degrees. I offer no excuses and I accept no excuses. I also do these weird things called reading walks, and it's exactly what you think it is. I'm reading a physical book while I'm walking. I pray with and hug my wife daily. I protect time for rest and simple joy. These aren't just habits. They're choices that support the whole me, not just the working me. Chapter 3, practical ways to bring productivity into your whole life. You don't need to run your family like a business meeting, and you probably shouldn't. Here's how to do it right. Start with clarity. Ask, what matters most to me in the season? Not just at work, but in my health, my marriage, and my relationships. Use gentle routines. A simple bedtime wind down, morning movement, or weekly family planning session can create calm without rigidity. Set boundaries with grace. Protect family time and rest the same way you protect deep work blocks. Replace guilt with grace. If you miss a day or need rest, that's wisdom, not failure. Warning: don't bring harsh work-style optimization into your closest relationships. Your spouse and kids need presence more than performance. So here's your challenge for you this next week. I want you to pick one non-work area of your life. This could be your health, your marriage, your family time, rest, a hobby, whatever. And I want you to apply one small productivity principle to it. Maybe it's planning a consistent bedtime, or taking a short reading walk after dinner, or protecting one evening this week with no screens. The options are literally limitless for you. Notice how it feels. Productivity should make your life better, not busier. So here's the bottom line. Productivity isn't just for the office. When used with intention and grace, it can support your entire life, work, health, relationships, and joy. Now, if this episode resonated with you, I bet it would resonate with a friend of yours. So why don't you just share this episode with them right now while you're thinking about it? You have that person in mind, so don't procrastinate. If this episode spoke to you, it's going to speak to your friend. So go ahead and share it with them right now before you forget. If you want to find out more about me and how I can help you, one-stop shopping, MrProductivity.com, M-I-S-T-E-R, MrProductivity.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I will see you real soon with a brand new episode. Until then, remember, stay positive, stay happy, and stay productive.